So I'm out here this week doing some mods to the motorcycle. Right now I am putting on a demo of a GPS navigation system slash front and rear facing DVR video system. It looks pretty cool, but it's kind of been a pain in the butt to mount because I'm trying to mount it up here. It comes with a mounting kit on the handlebars, but I don't like it on the handlebars. I've got a perfect place to mount it. Finally got it mounted up here. I might make a little video about that. Waiting on a replacement windshield. The only thing that I do not like about this motorcycle is this pissy little windshield, which makes it brutal riding this bike anywhere 65 and above. That buffeting on my helmet is rough, so the little cheap Amazon windshield I've got coming is probably going to be about like that, which might be perfect. And if it's not, I'll just put a little deflector on the top. A deflector, a cheaper $20 deflector might have worked on this one, but anyway, I am now to the point where I want to talk about levers for the rear brake. I've talked about it before. It's almost impossible for me, at least at this point, for me to operate the rear brake with my foot because I don't have an ankle. Everybody else has an ankle. You can push your rear brake like that. I don't. My ankle only goes one way. It goes up. So, and I knew this before. I knew I was probably going to have to relocate the brakes to the handlebars. And I would like your input if you guys have any ideas. But I want to caution you at this point, because I am still getting people that are not paying attention that still want to tell me to buy a DCT transmission motorcycle, which has nothing to do with my issue. So if you're not paying attention, please don't give me any input. But the folks that are paying attention, the questions that I've got, I would like input, especially if you've done anything like this before. If you've ever put together a stunt bike, because that's what I'm thinking, is a dual lever setup. I can't afford. Those things are like $1,400, $1,500. Two levers mounted on the same post. And let me give you an idea of the situation. So the biggest issue I have is real estate. And to be able, so this is a tapered bar. It's very thick down here. Probably because they're expecting me to crash it. It's very thick down here. I can't remember what the measurements are, but this is like a standard width here. So it can fit anything, but once you get down to about right here, it starts tapering, which means I can only move this a certain length. I'm thinking maybe move this as far as I can, and maybe I'll have room for a standard pull. And I'm not even sure what I'm thinking here. I've got other people already trying to tell me to relocate over here. I've got much more real estate over here, but the problem comes in the way I ride motorcycles. It's a little bit different than everybody else. I use a clutch brake, rear brake combination to balance the bike. Low speeds and a lot of times in corners where I'm busting ass through a corner and I want to drop the bike further into the corner, I just put a little bit of rear brake on it and it usually drops it into the corner. Same thing on low speeds. I use a combination of clutch and brake, rear brake, to balance the bike. So going one way or the other, I use throttle to pull it out, pull it up, pull the bike upright, and I use brake to drop it in. So I think that might be a problem for me in the short term. I know it's going to be a problem. I'm going to have to relearn how to ride a motorcycle. And on top of that, I'm going to have to use a lever to operate my rear brake because I don't know any other way around it. But I just wanted to lay that out there because I'm getting a lot of recommendations on what I should be doing. And one of the most consistent is relocating a lever over here, which might be it's possible that that's a solution in the short term. And I just relearn how to, for me, it's how am I gonna do what I've always done like this? I don't know. I'm open to ideas. I'm just trying to figure out some solutions. And I wanted to give you guys an update. But whatever you do, don't tell me to go buy a DCT transmission, because that doesn't solve any of my problems. And I've got the perfect bike already. As soon as this windshield gets here. Oh, I forgot to mention the other detail. I probably need more help on this end of the spectrum. So I've got to come from up here on the bar somewhere, left or right, and then bring a cable down here, route it through here, maybe over a bracket, something coming down like that, and then I've got to be able to pull up on that shaft. Not a big deal once we get down in here, but I think it's going to be a big deal trying to figure out how to get down in here. And you can see that's a pretty long throw for a freaking brake, and my ankle does not work like that. I mean, I will get onto the bike to show you at some point, but just not today. I'll figure it out. It's just going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass to be able to do it perfectly. So that's what I got going on today. Looking forward to your thoughtful recommendations and suggestions. Not looking forward to your half-ass, not listening, throw it against the wall, DCT, Can-Am Spider suggestions. Not interested, thank you. But that's what I got going this week. I hope you will be following along, and I'll see you in the next video.
I'm the motor giant, riding state by state. The road is my home, it's never too late. Just me and my bike, feeling alive. Catch me on YouTube for the ride of your life.